And this jed, ironically, looks just like a Tesla coil. If you look at the electric poles in your neighborhood, you'll find little jeds attached to the main box that's connected adjunct to the telephone and the electric poles. What's interesting is Tesla found a way to utilize this in one of his experiments, and he actually turned it into an oscillator. Now, when you look into ancient texts, you find that the elite of the elite gods had something called a jed pillar ankh. The jed would be actually embedded into the actual ankh, and the oscillation would match the exact frequency of the owner. Now, why was this important? Well, they had stargates in those times, according to the text. They had gates where they would walk from one planet to another. The gate itself was key-coded to the specific frequency of only the highest level people. And if you didn't have the jed pillar ankh in your hand that resonated your frequency that was programmed into the gate, you couldn't walk through it.
In addition to the jed, they had the uaz, which is a rod that has a base that looks just like a tuning fork. And I'm of the opinion that if something looks like something, then it is that. So it's quite possible that the Egyptians would utilize the uaz pillar as a tuning fork that would literally help them to continue to resonate at that higher frequency emanating from the pyramid. Also in Egypt, we see the origins of a symbol called the caduceus, which is a central rod with entwined serpents that's topped by a circle or a ring. And the idea is that that rod literally is a magic wand that produces a ring or a vibration. In the classic example, you'll see the Egyptian god Thoth holding the caduceus wand, while he's also holding the key of life and resurrecting Seti from the dead. So it appears as if the caduceus and the key of life do in fact work together. And of course, in the Greek tradition, Hermes carried the caduceus wand, and this was his tool or instrument that he used to open portals or gateways between realms. One of the famous examples of ancient machining is at the Temple of Seti at Abydos. There's a temple called the Osirion that is 40 feet beneath the ground level of the Temple of Seti. It's composed of cyclopean red granite blocks, mostly composed of quartz, which means it's going to have a resonance or a vibratory capacity. And etched on two of those enormous pillars is a flower of life. Nobody knows how it got there or when. But it's another clue that this is the path we need to follow in order to understand how the Osirion and other temples that are like that were actually constructed.